Guests have gone absolutely wild, and now more security is needed at Walt Disney World and Universal Studios. And guess what? They're bringing in the reinforcements. They will tell you about the crazy kids and their families, sending them to perhaps their doom, and all for a photo. Hello and welcome back. It is a pleasure. It is a joy, folks. It's TPP News, where all the news should be fun, but it's no laughing matter when kids are put into danger, and that's what's happening with some of these crazy families that think it's fun to send them into places they should not be, restricted areas in the theme parks. We've got the stories. We'll show them to you, folks. We'll dive in. You click the like button, and off we go.
I don't know what is going on at Walt Disney World, or even Central Florida for that matter, because guests are going wild. It is crazy. From Walt Disney World News today, young guest jumps on stage with Sunny Eclipse in the Magic Kingdom. This by Jamie Rowland right here. And by the way, folks, keep on listening to this story, because this isn't the only time that people, I guess, maybe losing track of their kids and their kids doing stuff at Central Florida parks. Maybe that includes Epic Universe, that they shouldn't be doing. A young guest accompanied by her mother recently jumped on stage with the Sunny Eclipse set at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe in Magic Kingdom. According to TikTok, posted by user for Tiffany, the child stopped Sunny after jumping the small fence and onto the stage for a picture. You can see the child touching the Sunny figure and the piano keys, which shut down once the child started tampering with the set. Cast members quickly attended to the matter, requested that the child leave the stage and watch the incident below. We've got the video right here. Let's see it. I'm going to go ahead and play it without audio here. That's no good.
I know what happened, Vash. The parents, the mom was at the Beacon Barrel, and then they went to go see Sunny Eclipse, and the mom was just like nowhere to be found, maybe unavailable, not checking on her kid. Let's keep putting more bars, Disney. You're gonna have loose children.
That poor worker is definitely not a minder kind of person there. They look like they've got gloves on so that they could be checking the trash cans.
Yeah, cast members are going to be the new babysitters in the Magic Kingdom because of the Beacon Barrel and all the other bars.
The other thing to hear about this, and you never can blame the child, right? But this child is very precocious. That's the word I'm going to use. I mean, the child is literally like pushing down on the keys that Sunny Eclipse plays while mom waits over there. And, I don't know what to think about this. I don't know if the child climbed up and the parent is just utterly passive and was like, sweetie, calm down. I don't know if the parent is just watching from afar. I don't know if that's a sister. So it's tough for me to weigh in on this one, other than to say that this shouldn't be happening like this. Well, and I got a feeling, there's going to be some barricades put up to make this.
Yeah.
Look at the way the cast member is acting. Look at how she's walking towards the stage. She went straight to the mom. She's like, look, ready? I can't have this. Please get your child off the stage.
Right. That's interesting. Right. Yeah.
Let's just point out, what do you do if you're in this situation? You can't climb up there to get your kid, because a child up there is a different thing than an adult being up there.
Different weight dynamic.
The adult getting up there also turns this into something like, oh, that's really bad that happened. And it turns it into you're probably going to get trespassed from the park kind of situation. Also, the fact that video cameras are now coming up, I'm just going to say in this situation, if I was by myself and my kid was acting a fool, I know what voice I would use. If I'm in a crowd where I'm being recorded, the pitch might go a little higher, a little pretend nicer. If it's a dad, it might sound like the child will be in physical danger, even though the child is in no physical danger. In this woman, I'm just gonna say, with the ears and the short shorts, I'm not getting a real firm parenting vibe off.
You notice there's already a cast member with, and we don't even know it's a parent. It could be a teenage sister. You just never know.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're careful about, and you'll see in the left right there's the other cast member that's already there. The other thing that you have to be careful about with these is there is the 1% chance that the child is neurodivergent and is deaf, right? And then in a couple of days, we all feel terrible, child. Right? But I got to say, from all appearances, this is a huge problem. And I get it. I'm here to tell you, this is probably bad parenting. But at the same time, Disney put up some stuff where kids can't climb up here. Now, there's actually a worse story.
Yes.
Actually, a worse story, Vash. What do we got? Because it's not just Disney that's facing guests wild. What do we got?
Absolutely. This is from Orlando Theme Park Zone. A teenager climbs on Super Nintendo World props Universal's epic universe. We have no words for this. Watch a teenager climb onto the world props via the video below. And here we have it right here. You can see what is going on. This was wild to see on Twitter. I believe Universal High may have reposted this or brought attention to it. And you can see right there, I mean, that is nowhere near you where you want to be, because this is not only obviously dangerous with these figures here, and obviously you have moving parts, moving components that don't stop if anybody's in the way, by the way.
He's definitely being encouraged because he's waving at someone. So someone told him to do it.
The good news from Universal, and I don't know if somebody did this, a manual switch, if somebody was on camera watching all this. The good news is the piranha stops moving. So does the Goomba.
Right.
Coins don't stop, so we've learned that. I don't know if a censor caught this or if somebody was watching and decided to cancel this out. And I don't know on this particular prop how you stop this, but it's very climbable. You all can see that it's very climbable.
It is.
And so they must have thought that people would have better sense than this, but clearly they don't. In this case, what do we see? Unlike the prior case where we had to be a little bit cautious, I think we're in strong territory to say this is just flat out bad behavior. Mm-hmm. And I hope that the whole family was banned from the park, because this is, what if the Goomba didn't stop moving? What if the piranha plant didn't stop moving? What if they damaged the animatronic or the structures? Or even worse yet, what if the Goomba, is on some sort of track thing and the clothing got caught in it? You can come up with 100 different ways this could go badly. If the kid falls from that height and bang, bang, bang down, I mean, those are not soft pieces of equipment. No. So this is bad behavior. And this is the kind of stuff that if this escalates, you're going to see these parkour morons trying to climb on everything in the theme parks, not just the Mexican pyramid in Epcot.
Well,
we do it now.
We've already, this is actually one of two, Pro.
Oh, no.
Because embedded in this theme park, Orlando theme park zone article, you have this right here of a woman, doing something very similar. And it's just like, you really cannot be doing this.
Is that the same spot?
No respect.
And no, I will say, so if this is an older video, that box was there up on the second level, and I don't think that box is there in the more recent one. So maybe they were already trying to do this. So, okay, whatever that step is right there that she gets on, that's going to be modified. So
yeah, and they're going to have to put up a sign that says "Do not climb," and then you're out if you do it.
You have to be, right. You have to have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to this stuff, because you can't have these things go viral in this way and not have consequences on the back end in order to tamper down this type of behavior. But it unfortunately, guest rowdiness and so forth, we have seen some escalation, especially in the social media era, and that is most unfortunate. But you do have to take a strong stance, I would think.
Bash, are you telling me that we're going to take away these, the livelihoods of these influencers with their tickety talks and their Instagrammies? They gotta do this to get their followers, Vash. What do you want them to be sitting at home eating, generic brand Cheerios and can't even afford milk anymore? All because you had to slam the door on this stuff.
Hey, you know what? When it comes to this kind of stuff and theme parks and so forth, you got to abide by the rules just like everybody else. And that includes your selfie sticks, and it also includes your behavior when you're actually at these parks. In the adults' case, there's really no excuse. When a child's involved, obviously the dynamic shifts, right? The dynamic changes. But at the same time, and I don't mean to bring this up to culturally infight or whatever, but it's very interesting because in Japan, in like Tokyo Disney, for example, and even Universal Studios Japan, the attractions can be a little bit more intricate and a little bit more detailed, and the same restrictions that they place on the American parks, for example, they don't apply there. And one of the reasons is because culturally there is a difference there in terms of the amount of respect that
Japanese still climb all the stuff the same as Americans.
Well,
they do, I mean, listen, you just don't see it because they're ninjas.
Oh, I see. That's a very interesting point right there. No,
this is so sad to see, though. There used to be such a level of respect walking into a park. People actually used to read. Your ticket is a contract. It's an agreement. You have to respect the park, read the signs. Don't do these things. And I really hope that that adult female that we saw after this child, the video of the child climbing, I hope she was banned. I don't feel sorry for them. I hope they never get to go ever again. Respect the parks, because it's private property, and you're supposed to abide by those rules when you enter that private property. So
and I don't think that these people understand the level of strength, like just how powerful some of these animatronics and devices are. They
Absolutely.
look cute, they look cuddly, but let me tell you something. You would not want Sunny Eclipse or a piranha plant to strike you, because they are heavy duty pieces of robotic equipment like you can't believe it. It's a good thing. It's good for them that these things shut down when they do. And they better pray that happens all the time, because you're gonna go flying if one of these things hits you. I'll tell you another thing about this too, when it comes to what we're seeing and what we're watching in the parks. And that is, I went to the Grand Canyon not so long ago. Vash, you've been to the Grand Canyon a number of times. When you go to the Grand Canyon, you'll notice something. Beyond the beauty and the majesty, beyond looking across the vista and saying, I can't believe the artistry of what God has made. In addition, you'll also say to yourself, oh my Lord, that Asian tourist is about to fall to their doom to get a selfie. They're everywhere. They're always at the edge of the cliff. They're always, got a selfie stick, and they're at the very edge. And people actually pass away at the Grand Canyon all the time because they go out to the edge. They got to get on there. I'm going to be a star of Facebook. Oh, I'm going to be a star of my Instagram. And they go out to the edge, and it's usually international tourists, but it can be others. And you can actually go find out how many people pass away at the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. We don't want that to happen at theme parks, okay? So, folks, don't go on a grand adventure. You're not Dora the Explorer. Don't transverse to where you should not be. Stay out of the danger zone at the theme parks. We don't need you scaling Cinderella's castle. We don't need you, with little suction cups pretending to be a gecko on Spaceship Earth. Stop it. It's not worth it.
Right. Not worth it at all. And be on your best behavior, guys. I mean, even outside of climbing on things and so forth, I've seen some really interesting behavior by guests, associated post 2020. And it's just like, guys, calm down.
I want to go back to a world where the worst the guests are doing is running over the back of my ankles with their darn stroller, then not apologizing. I don't need to go to a world where we're at Hollywood Studios and you look at the Tower of Terror and you say, oh, look at the elevator up there, and there's somebody above it. Oh my gosh.
We don't need any of that. Stay off the Mexico Pavilion, stay off Tower of Terror, stay off Epic Universe, Super Nintendo World, Sunny Eclipse, leave them alone.
And quit swimming in the water. Get out of there. You're not supposed to be in that pond.
Now,
Absolutely.
if their boat sinks on Living with the Land, that's different.
That's fair. That's fair. Maybe
you may climb the boat to try to stay dry if your vehicle sinks in Disney.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.